apply. Okay. All right. Let me just get to it. I'm sure it's fine. So, what's going on, people? Welcome to this live stream slash video. We're going to be talking templates. My template is a little bit out of date. I don't tend to use the template that I'm using at the moment anymore. So we're going to update it. I was going to do it just in my own time, but I thought I might as well stream it. If people want to join and say Wagwan, then they're free to. It's a Wednesday afternoon, so I doubt many people are going to be in their yards watching YouTube. But yeah, if anyone joins, then pop in, ask me a question or whatever, and I'm just going to set this template up. So this is going to be my new mix template. Not too many changes, but there are a few bits and pieces that I want to add to it. So we'll just start from kind of the top. So I like to use at the moment, well, the main changes, to be honest, have been on the vocals, but let's start with adding a track. So if you don't know, if you've not watched my previous videos, I have an SSL Fusion. I've not even checked if I can if there's any sound. Should I check that real quick?
That's cool as well. So
yeah, there's sound.
I can't remember. I've not live streamed myself.
Yeah, sweet. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, such a whatever. Where was that? Yeah, so I've got an SSL Fusion, and how you have to kind of mix with an SSL with any kind of hardware is you got to take it out of Pro Tools into the hardware and back into Pro Tools. And I'm going to set up my template now to accommodate that. So we want to make two stereo. We want to make one audio track and one aux input. We're going to call one SSL. We're going to call one Vox Print. Why is it saying that the stream is poor? Allow me, man. Allow me. Make it not poor. All right. Wagwan. Quez official. I hope you had a good day. Just got home. I'm assuming that you've been at work. I know how it goes, man. Trust me. At least the weather's good and it's not 1,000,000 degrees like the other day. So yeah, we're making two tracks here. We're making a auxiliary input. We're making an audio track, which we're going to print to. So we're going to create those, and we're going to put these just above the instrumental. We're going to make the input bus 1 and 2, and we're going to rename that. I've already got a bus called SSL, so I might not be able to do that. Let me get rid of this console 1. Sorry about that noise. Let me get rid of the console 1. So I've got a little bit more space. What should we call it? Let's call it HW out. Let's call it that. Boring, but hey-o. And then that output is going to go to this track here. So let's make another bus, 3 and 4, and we're going to rename that Vox Print. So that input's going to be Vox Print. And then this is going to go to our lead vocals bus. Very simple stuff. So it's going to come out of Pro Tools. So no, it's going to go from my lead vocals to this bus here. We're going to put the SSL Fusion on there, which is insert 7 and 8. I should have it named, and I'm going to rename it now. In fact, SSL Fusion. Yeah. So that's going to go out of there into the SSL Fusion. Out of this output here, Vox print, and into this channel, from this channel into our lead vocals bus. Cool. That way we can mix through the SSL Fusion and everything will be cool. Let's make that inactive. I like, as you can see, most of my stuff is inactive, and when I want to use something, I'll make it active. My lead vocal chain is completely different now. I don't use this setup anymore. So we're gonna change all of this real quick. What color should I make these? Vocal print. No, you know. I'll make it yellow. Why not? All right. So we're then gonna have, so the VMR is fine. Yeah, the VMR is fine, but we're gonna probably get rid of. We're gonna get rid of this Tube Tech. And it's going to be the Poigchild and the DSR. I've been using the SSL compressor a lot recently on my vocals. So we're going to add that. And I usually have it set to like here. So that's going to be part of my template now. Rich boy. Go ahead, boy. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Love, my bro. Love. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining. So we're gonna make that inactive. SSL compressor, that's inactive. Do we want the EQ? Yeah, we want the EQ first. So we will have the EQ. I think we'll have it like this. No, we'll have it like that. I want another VMR. And I usually have the VMR here. At the end, can you show how you got that default green on the beats and bars bit changed to white? Beats and bars. Oh, as in, what do you mean? The lines. Beats and bars bit. That bit. I know there's a delay, so I'll give you a sec to reply. VMR, I like to use parallel compression, and I like to use the FG116 for parallel compression. So that's going to be part of my template now. I usually have it like that. Make it inactive. Soothe, that can stay. Get rid of that. Oh wait, no, I do like Spiff actually. Let's keep Spiff. I've been using Spiff a lot less recently. I don't know. I kind of listened to some of the mixes that I've from like maybe last year where I was using a lot of Spiff, and they sound some of them sound too clean. Some of them sound too clean, and that's because of Spiff and Soothe and things like that. But I'm gonna have it there in my template anyway. Yeah, let me know what you mean by the green on the beats and bars. This beats and bars. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm probably just being silly. Right, quick tools. On the right, on that quick tools. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Do you know what? I think you're right actually. I remember I remember when I got this dark the dark mode, I remember not liking the way the fonts looked and that. but I could not tell you what I did. UI customization. I think it was this. Is this what you're talking about? This line. Yeah, I'm not even gonna ramp too much because I remember changing this still. I remember it looked a bit butters when I first got this dark mode. But yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, it's this. So you double click like where you're as if you're trying to change the color of a track and then UI customization. And you can like completely customize it now. You couldn't do that in the old. It depends what version of Pro Tools you got, to be fair, because this I think is the latest version of Pro Tools. So yeah, this wasn't available to me in the last version. I know that for sure. But yeah. So lead vocals. So yeah, to wrap up, I've got the option of 2 compressors here, the R compressor and the Poichild. I'll usually use one of those 2. I've started using the Tube Tech, the CL1B on the actual tracks. So when I get the vocals in and I import them, I'll put the CL1B on the actual tracks and compress them a little bit first, EQ them a little bit, and then go to the SSL Fusion, and then I'll do more compression either with the R compressor or the Poichild. It's usually one of the 2. I don't really use any other compressors other than the CL1B, the R compressor, and the Poichild. Sometimes, and the SSL compressor, of course, which I've only just started using on vocals. Sometimes I'll do a little CLA, what's it called again? The CLA 2A. Sometimes I'll throw that on there if it's like a singing vocal especially. And if I want to just completely spaz and make a vocal sound really compressed, the DBX is what I'll use to like really slap up a vocal. But yeah, generally speaking, R compressor, the Poichild, and the Tube Tech will go on the actual vocal track. Soothe, Spiff, pretty standard stuff. Now, after this, by the way, I'm going to show you my recording template. We're going to set up a new recording template. That's the main thing, actually. This is all cool. We're going to take the SSL compressor off of the all vocals because we've got it on the lead vocals now. This is all good. But something that I got from a Mixed by Ali video or a Mixed by Ali stream is this little number, the Valhalla drum air, just like that. Obviously we change the mix depending on how we want it to sound, but this Valhalla vintage with the drum air is a really nice, it really makes your vocals sound kind of alive. You know, sometimes when you're really compressing vocals and you've recorded the vocals in a really well treated vocal booth, they can sound a little bit dead, and this little gem right here can just make those vocals sound a little bit lively again. And you can find a similar preset on probably all your reverb plugins. I've just finished recording a Waves plugin only video, and I found a very similar sound in reverb on the Reverb. Have I disconnected? What's happened? Oh, I don't know. On the Reverb, very, very similar sound in reverb on the Reverb. So that's a little heads up for you if you've got the Reverb. If you're a Waves user, stay tuned because I've just recorded the video and I'm not capping either. Just in case you think I'm lying, that I don't want to show you too much of my documents, so I'll just make this smaller. Where is it? Bang. Sugar. Drill Waves. That's the next video. I promise you, it's coming. It is coming. Drill Waves video coming very soon. If not this Friday, then next Friday, but it'll be with you. Yeah. So yeah, we got this reverb here. I've really been enjoying this. I've been enjoying it a lot. Make that inactive. And also, another thing that I needed to change about this template is this. For some reason, this little pan was slightly panned to the left. I don't know why, but I've been meaning to change that forever. But yeah, I've changed that. Deverb as well. Another little Mix by Ali tip for you. The deverb. Turn that up. Just like that. Literally. I can't remember what stream it was, but I watched the Mix by Ali stream and he had these settings. I saw him reach for it. I was like, bro, what's he doing with the deverb? And I heard it. I was like, okay. Even put it on a medium, in fact. I can't remember what he does now off the top of my head. But it's on YouTube anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's medium. I'll double check and change it if I need to change it. Make that inactive. Next video 2023. I promise, man, it's here, it's coming. I just finished recording it, and let me tell you, it took ages. It took long. I just couldn't get, because I want to start recording my videos differently. So I want to start recording the audio separately to the video, so I can like, because sometimes it can be a bit of a headache getting my voice to mix in with the track. So I was, for about an hour, I was trying to figure out how to do it so I could mix it separately. And I think the video editing software that I use, I don't think it can support them kind of things there. So I'm going to have to upgrade. I'm going to have to pay the bread and get Adobe Premiere or whatever. But for now, this is what we're rocking with. I'll play a little bit of it, actually. Obviously, I've not edited it yet. What's going on? The gain matching isn't great. that frequency there, I really kind of frequency. It's coming, bro. To hear and really, it's coming. I'm even wearing the same thing. That's how you know I'm not. I'm not chatting rubbish. But anyway, so deverb. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Also, I don't know what it is, but I've realized that the SSL Fusion, when I print vocals back into Pro Tools, it's slightly panned. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's something to do with my interface. I'm not sure if there's a cable that's a bit dodgy. Everything is hardwired in, and I've really not got the time to change cables and test cables and stuff. So I've got a little workaround. There's probably an easier way to do this, a less intense plugin. But yeah, just, where is it? Just a little bit of pan, just so it's back in the center. It's weird. Don't ask, but it is what it is. So that's going in a template now. So yeah. Also, my mix bus needs changing as well. But I might do that off stream because I don't want to ruin the next master bus video. Do I care? Bruv, come on. Let me just do it. Let me do it. This needs to be changed. I know that. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Cool. Basically, like, yeah, delete this. This is very jarring, actually. Delete that. Basically, with templates, it's not so much you want to just be able to load stems in and it sound good. You want things just to be really quick. You want it to be like, so you can just do everything so quickly, because we'll learn, like, when you've been mixing or producing for a while, you'll kind of realize that you don't want to spend too much time faffing about. you'll realize that, right, I've got 2 hours today to mix, to get as much mixing as possible done. You don't want to be faffing about too much. You want to just be able to just do things. And sometimes you forget, like this, this has been panned in my template like this for ages. And I'll bounce a mix. And then after I've bounced it, I'll realize, I forgot to put the panning back. And then I've got to rebounce it and everything like that. Yeah, it's just little things like that is what makes this job a bit of a headache. But yeah, that is completely uninteresting, I realize. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? You can bet there 100% is something I'm forgetting, but I think, oh yeah, do you know what? This plugin right here is so good. So simple and so good on my music bus. So my music bus is everything like keys, strings, synths, all of those kind of things goes to the music bus. You can make that inactive. Bass. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, I think we're good. Maybe we'll add a little curve bender onto the instrumental. I use that quite a lot as well. Cool. Let's save this template. Oh wait, no, my mix bus. I've not. We're gonna take the SPL iron off. Cream EQ. Curve bender. Oh, am I gonna? There's another video I want to do about another plugin. Am I gonna spoil it? Am I gonna spoil it? I'm not gonna spoil it, you know, guys. I'm not gonna spoil it. Use this one, right? Yeah, there's another plugin I'm gonna do a whole video on, but I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll have to wait to see. I'll probably take both of these off, to be honest. And this. Cool. So there is a gap here. You'll notice there's a gap here for a certain plugin that I want to talk about in another video, but you'll have to wait and see what that is. Cool. So I want my template to look like this when I open it up. Yep. Cool. So I'm not going to say, usually what you do is you save the template, but I don't want to save it yet without that certain plugin there. So we're going to not save it just yet. I'll come back to it. But we also want to do, I also want to change my recording template. So let's do that real quick as well. Actually, that will be useful for me. You're going to do the new recording video today. Recording template. Yep. So I'm doing right now. So yeah, we're going to quickly do the updated recording template. You can have a little look at what my recording template looks like now. And there's just a couple bits that I want to change. All right. I've not got a Maggie today. I've got just plain old water. Cool. So first things first, I don't have this plugin anymore. I have the Hornet Key Mark IV, and this is how we can tell, basically how we can get the song key. So if anyone wants to use autotune, this is on there already. It's finding out the key of the song, and then you can just set the auto tune to whatever it is, blah blah blah. So we want that on our backing track from the jump. And I'm not going to make that inactive, because while we're playing around with the beat, it's going to be working out the key, and it just makes the whole recording process a lot quicker. I want to add my meter onto the recording track, which is 11 and 12, I believe. Let's test. Whoa. Test. Nah, that ain't right. Output. What is it then? It's not 9, 10, is it? Test. Nah. What the fuck is it? It's definitely 11 and 12. Let's see what's going on here then. So basically, I want to have my SPF 11 and 12. I want to have it so when people are recording, their level is coming up on my meter on my desk. And that's just so that I know that I'm recording at a good level. I used to do it with the Console 1, but they've changed the interface and it no longer has a meter that I like on there. So yeah, I fucked about with this yesterday and now I'm paying the price. Messed about with my outputs. Maybe I'm... How do I input? Is it an input? It's not an input. What the hell is it, man? I can't remember. Damn. Ah, man. What we're going to do is we'll go back to that mix template and find out exactly what's going on here. What's going on here? So the meter is going out of 9 and 10. No, 11 and 12. Yeah, thought so. Meter 11 and 12. Let me open back up that Waves template. That will give me the answers, because the meter was definitely working for that. Don't even know if you can hear this, but $11 and $12. 11 and 12. It's right there. What's going on then? What's the problem here? Meter 11 and 12. Whatever. We'll skip that for now. This is the thing with technology, man. It can really it's the enemy of progress. Oh, that's why I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. I had the bus turned down. What an idiot. Oh my days. Test. There you go. It's working. Idiot. Okay, we're in. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get the console one up. So the console one is a big part of what I do. If you've been around for a while, then you know that the console one is a big part of this thing. So when I'm whilst I'm recording, so this is kind of like a good tip for you. If you're recording artists, you want to start kind of mixing as you're recording. You want it to be seamless. You don't want them to even notice you're doing it. You don't want to be like spending half an hour at the end of the session mixing, and you especially don't want to do too much, right? Because as an artist, they've come to record. They want to get their ideas down quick. They don't want to sit there whilst you're EQing and doing. They don't want to. They might. Some of them do, but most of the time they just want to get their ideas down quick. So you want to mix as you're recording, and that's why I love the Console One, because it allows me to do that. So what I'll do is this tracking track here is where the artist's voice will be coming in, and whilst he's recording, I'll just be doing little touch ups. So I'll do, some EQ and blah 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 blah. But I like to use, as I said just a minute ago, the CL1B TubeTech compressor. I like to have that on the actual recording. It's not really on the recording, but the way that mine works is that this is all real equipment. I know that's silly, and maybe it's me living in a fantasy world, but that's how I kind of have it in my head. So microphone, preamp, desk, and then compressor and EQ, right? So the TubeTech, whilst they're recording, I'm just setting a compression. I'll get them to do a little practice take so I can get my parameters right, and then that's that CL1B compressor and a little bit of EQ will have the vocals sounding decent from the jump. What I also want to add on the recording, the tracking channel. So remember, on this tracking channel, everything that I put on here, the artist can hear it in his headphones. So if you've got auto-tune there, if he wants to hear the auto-tune, it's there for him. He can hear that. And I want just a little bit of reverb. That same reverb that we used in my mix template, I want them to hear a little bit of that when they're recording. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to put these reverbs on here. Maybe a little bit less than what I would do like for the mix. So maybe we'll just put that on like 5. But you'll be surprised, especially with singers. Singers often like to hear a little bit more reverb in their headphones. It kind of helps them. Like when it's really dead, the room is really dead. If you've ever recorded bars or singing, because the room is so dead, sometimes it can almost throw you off. Hearing your voice in your ear just so clean can sometimes throw you off. So a little bit of reverb can help a lot. So I'm going to test this out. I don't know if this is going to add any kind of latency or anything like that. We'll test it out. I've not tried it yet. It shouldn't do though. It shouldn't do. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's the recording track. So let's take this off for a sec. Actually, no, I can't take it off. It won't let me record if I do that. So what I'll usually do is I'll record something. I need to get OBS up just to make sure you guys can definitely still hear me. Yeah, you definitely can still hear me. So I'll record a take and then I'll just drag it down like that. Real simple. And obviously, because I've done the mixing on the tracking channel whilst he's recording, there's a button on here that says copy, and I can just copy the settings of that to all of the other channels. And then all of the other channels will have the compressor settings and the EQ settings. So yeah, literally they'll record something and I'll just drag it down. So I also want to put this reverb on this. Changing the insert will cause some plugins. I know why. Let's not do that. Let's just do it from scratch. Valhalla, reverb. Again, we're just saving time here. I always, I would say 90% of the time, use these two reverbs as I'm recording. So it's best I just have it there so it's ready to go, right? Spend less time, just anything that can save you a couple of minutes. It seems silly, but when you do this all day, every day, saving time like this is really important. We can get rid of this tube, the CL1B, because we've already got it on the console 1, so we can get rid of that. We're gonna load up the Poig Child. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Poig Child. Load that up. Make it inactive. Also gonna load up the R compressor because I may sometimes use that as well. Make it inactive. In fact, I always use this preset here, vocal. Make it inactive. Got EQ, DSR. What else? That's all I need in my recording template for now, I think. Yeah, I don't think I need anything else. Background vocals, ad-libs. They're always too quiet. And this, I always end up turning that up a bit. So yeah, let me go over what I've got. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I wanted to do, to be honest. I don't know when the last time I did a recording template video, but this is kind of how I have it set up. Already spoke about the tracking. This is where we record our vocals and then we just drag it down. On here, we've got the VMR. I have, of course, I say it all the time, but I've got the VMR. And I usually always use the FG800 or the FG46, usually. Sometimes if I got a singer in, I'll use the FG67. Auto tune, you know, if they want to hear some auto tune, then it's there. And then once they've recorded, I'll just drag it down. Console 1, reverbs, you know, we just literally just did that. On the individual tracks, we've just got the same thing, pretty much the same thing. And if someone does want to use auto tune, then I'll just drag it down like that. I'm pretty sure I just said that. Ad-libs. The Saturn. So I don't really like to use, when someone says to me, oh, can you put the ad-libs in a phone effect? I never do it. I think the phone effect is so tired now. I've said it before a million times. I don't like the sound of the phone effect on ad-libs. Sometimes I do, like very occasionally, but I like to be a little bit more creative. So rather than doing a phone effect, I'll add some saturation on the high mids to kind of give it that phone effect feel. Put it on a different frequency, but without doing the straight up phone effect, which is just boring. An auto pan, that's to make the ad-libs just go from headphone to headphone, and I want to put it on 2 bars instead of 1 bar. Lead vocals, like I said, Poig Child, R compressor, EQ, and DSR. Those 4 plugins I'm always going to use no matter what when recording. Like I said, this whole process is just, I want to give, obviously we're not going to sit here and do the final mix. If anyone ever asks you to mix in the same session you record, you can if you want, but me personally, I say no. I don't care how big the artist is. I just say that's not how it works with me personally. If you want a rushed mix, then fair enough, but I personally don't want to attach my name on anything that I've done in 45 minutes. You know, mixing a song takes hours, from setting it up to mixing it to taking an air break, coming back the next day, finishing off the mix, putting it in my car, playing it in the car, playing it in my headphones while I'm walking the dog, playing it on my phone, playing it on my TV, coming back, making changes, sending it to the artist, them giving me feedback, me changing the feedback, mastering it, me sending to the artist again, them saying, you know, it needs more bass, me remastering it. You know, it takes hours. Like, I don't need to tell you. You guys, if you're watching this video, you already know. But don't try and just don't be bullied into, oh yeah, I'll do the mix for you in 10 minutes. Allow it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. And what happens 9 times out of 10 as well is an artist will record it, say, yeah, let's mix it. Then you mix it, they take it home and they say, I hate this. I made a mistake in the second verse. I don't like the way my voice sounds in the third verse. I want to redo it. I want to redo the whole thing, or I want to scrap it. And you've done that mixing for no reason. That's on you if you want to do that. But me personally, I'd rather not waste my time. And I know artists, I know, especially rappers, I know rappers so well now. I know that they're going to want to come back and change something. I just know it. So I say that to them. I'm like, look, I've been doing this a while now. You're going to want to take it home and listen to it before we start mixing. And I don't remember how I got into this rant. I don't even remember what point I was trying to make. But yeah, that was the point is, but you do want to give them something that they can take home and listen to that sounds decent. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll take it home. You've done a little light mix on it, and they're gonna go, this sounds fucking sick. Imagine what this is gonna sound like when it's mixed. Let me shout back my brother. Let me pay him whatever he wants to be paid, and I'm gonna go back to him because this just sounds great, and you know he didn't even do a proper mix on it. So you just want to have it set up so you can do a real quick, like 20-25 minute mix that's not too offensive, and yeah, just something that they can take home, listen to, send it to their boys. It's loud enough. I used to be in this group chat, right? And maybe I'll cut this out when I put it on YouTube. But I was in this group chat with a bunch of guys, producers, engineers, and they were talking about, one of the guys said something like, oh, I want them to pay for the mix. So I purposely make the demo mix sound shit, so that they go home and it sounds shit, and then they pay me for the actual mix. I just think that's crazy. He was talking about putting reverb on the master channel. He's like, yeah, it's gonna, so it sounds shit, and then they're gonna want the actual mix, and they're gonna hear the mix and how much better it sounds. It's just like, that's crazy. That is crazy. There's so much wrong with that. There's so much to unpack about that, but yeah, we'll save that for another day. How I feel and the way that I operate is the music is the most important thing. Bigger than my ego, bigger than the artist. Well, not bigger than the artist, it's the artist's song, but bigger than anything. The most important thing is how this song comes out. And I'm not going to stand in the way of it sounding great. You get me? Because I want to be paid, or I want to look good. Nah, like, I'm going to give you the best I can give you. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my little rant on kind of the do's and don'ts of mixing. I'm not even like, I'm not deep in the game, but I've been doing this long enough to know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, rappers, they feel they're smoking weed. They're in the studio smoking weed. They're listening to the song. The song bangs, bro. Like, mix it now. You mix it. They're like, yeah, this is flames. And then the next day they'll listen to it and like, yo, what the fuck is this? I need to redo it. Do you ask for credits once mixing and mastering is done? Just a little mix by, or do you just do your thing and get paid? Yeah, just literally that. Like, once you start getting good, people will like start bigging you up. Big artists, when they post on their Instagram or whatever it is, they're not gonna put mixed by Josh, or they just don't. You know, they have their caption, which is precise, and they've written it. Very rarely do they say mixed by Josh, unless it's someone that I've worked with a lot. Like, I've got a few artists that I work with that will always big me up, like give me a credit. But comment, and you can go on anyone's. You can go on like D-Block Europe's, Heady Ones, whoever, and then, you know, no one will put the mixed credit in there. It's just part of the game. Maybe one day people will start doing that, and there are some engineers that kind of get a little big up. But I don't ever ask. No, if they do, it's nice. There's been times where I've been asked to be tagged in a picture. If I'm in like the background of a picture and they're in my studio, then I'll just say, oh yeah, you know, can you just tag me, or can you put the location on, or whatever. But the mixed credit thing is a big conversation, right? Because most mixed engineers probably feel a little bit hard done by, because most people don't know what a mixed engineer is. Most people are like, have no idea. Even like ex-girlfriends that I've been with for years don't know what the hell I do or my family and all of that. And it's kind of part of the game, to be honest, for now. But it's getting better. There's a lot more mix engineers in the mainstream. You got Fumes, you got Sean D, and then over in America, you've got the Jason Joshuas and Mixed by Ali's. So it's becoming a little bit more glamorous, but still no real credits. Even on Spotify, it'd be nice if Spotify had like because there's some songs that I listen to, I'm like, man, I need to know who mixed this. Like this Burna Boy album is this tune here, Science, bro. This just sounds so good to me. And who know? Oh shit! Did I just disconnect? I think my battery died on my phone. I think my phone battery died with all that waffling. Yeah, it did. My battery died. Face cam is down. But let me charge my phone for a minute and I'll be back. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this song right here, it's mixed so good. And I love the way it sounds, and I'll never know who mixed it unless I can. There is one. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, there's an Instagram page. And my phone is dead, so I can't even tell you what the Instagram page is. Let's see if I can get it on my browser. Let me make sure I'm not exposing my DMs and all of that. There's an Instagram page. I think it's called Producer Culture. Producer Culture, yeah. And that's one place that will always, they will post, like when an album comes out, they'll post basically who mixed every track, who produced every track. So I got to give them big shout outs because I think, yeah, look, Burna Boy's thing is on here as well. Oh man, this is getting a bit confusing now with all my windows. But yeah, look, recorded by, mixed by, mastered by. So yeah, follow them because I've found so many different engineers due to this Instagram page here. But yeah, my phone died with the cam. Explain what mixing is long. Yeah, definitely. So many times there's people that I've known for years and they'll be like, oh yeah, so have you made any beats recently? Or like, who have you produced for? It's like, that's not what I do still. That's not what I do. The main way, the kind of, what I always say to people is like, I'm like a makeup artist. Let's just say that. I can put, like, when I get a song, it's like a girl that's buff. The girl is buff, innit? But then you have your makeup artist, then they get their photos done and then they get photoshopped. So I'm the makeup artist, and then when you master it, that's like just doing a little bit of photoshopping at the end. That's kind of how I usually explain it, and I still don't think it's very impressive. I never got, listen, it ain't glamorous. You ain't gonna pick up no chicks. You ain't gonna get no girls because you're a mix engineer, but still, man, it's all good. But yeah, this was meant to be a quick one, but I got on a little bit of a rant there. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of update my templates and kind of give you a little insight as well into what my templates look like now. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to add to this recording template. I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, man, thank you for you guys that have tuned in. I saw a couple viewers. My microphone is just detached. Yeah, so no Maggies today, but I'm gonna do another live stream soon, and we'll get the Maggies back out, and we'll have a little Friday evening, maybe at the end of the month or something. Bro, it's the 21st already. Jesus. But yeah, thank you for joining me, bro. You're the main person that's been engaging. I love that. Do I have you on Instagram? I should. Do I? My phone's back online. But yeah, I'm gonna if your Instagram is the same as your YouTube handle, I'm gonna hit you up on there. But yeah, obviously I was gonna upload this to YouTube, but we're currently at 53 minutes, so maybe I won't upload it to YouTube. But yeah, if I do manage to edit this down, obviously hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, ding the bell, all of that kind of stuff, and I will see you guys very soon. And of course, my drill video is coming out Friday. If not this Friday, then next Friday, I promise. And yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.